Hi, in previous class, we will discuss about advanced HTLC models. So in that model, there are two topics for coming. Okay, first one is what? V model. So another one is what? Agile Scrum model. Okay, so in that previous class, we will discuss about V model. Okay, so what is V model? V model is it stands for what? Verification and validation. What is verification? What is validation? Okay, so difference between verification and validation and static testing and dynamic testing. Okay, and functional testing and non-functional testing. Okay, so all are we discussed in previous class. Have you understood? So what is the last class topics? What V model? V model means what? Verification and validation. So verification means verification conduct on documents is called as a verification. Okay, testing conduct on verification means testing conduct on documents is called verification, and validation means testing conduct on program and program interconnections. Okay, and complete software and software changes is called validation. What is static testing? The application without test the application without execution is called as what? Static testing. So what is dynamic testing? Test the application with execution and validate the customer requirements. Okay, that is called as what? Dynamic testing. So what is the difference between functional and non-functional testing? That is also discussed in previous class. Okay, and previously we will discuss the functional and non-functional testing also. Okay, so what is the functional testing? What is the non-functional testing? Tell me. So functional testing means, okay, it is software is working or not. We will check that one. That is a functional testing. Non-functional testing means software is user friendly or not. That is non-functional testing. So actually, in previous class we discussed about positive and negative testing, but also, okay, positive testing is developers conduct only positive testing. So testers conduct what? Both positive and negative testing conducted by testers. Okay, so positive testing means uh, what is positive testing? Valid data, valid inputs, okay, and valid conditions. Those are called as positive testing. Negative testing means invalid data, invalid input, and invalid conditions. Those all are comes under okay, for negative testing. Okay, so already we will discuss in next yesterday class this one. So now we will go for the Agile Scrum model. Agile means quick, rapid, and fast. Okay, Scrum means group of people. So what is the difference between these two? Agile is see this one. So Agile means quick, fast, and rapid, and Scrum means group of people. So group of people, okay, develop a software project or product quickly, fastly, and rapidly. Okay, that is called as what Agile Scrum means. Okay, Agile Scrum means group of people develop a software quickly, rapidly, and fastly. Okay. So next, when customer requirements are changing frequently, the corresponding organization can follow the Agile Scrum model to develop a new software project or product increment by increment. Okay, when customer requirements are changing frequently means in the middle of the project, changing is also possible here. In the middle of the project, changing is not possible. That is called what? That is a waterfall model. That is a sequential model. Okay. సో ఇక్కడ మనం చూస్తే మీరు అజైల్ స్క్రమ్ మోడల్ అంటే ఫస్ట్ అజైల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే ఫాస్ట్ గా చేయడం, క్విక్ గా అంటే తొందరగా చేయడం. సో ఏదైతే మనం తొందరగా చేస్తామో దాన్ని అజైల్ అంటాం. స్క్రమ్ అంటే ఒక గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్. ఓకే, సో గ్రూప్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ కలిసి ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ ని ఎంత తొందరగా చేస్తారో దాన్ని మనం అజైల్ స్క్రమ్ మోడల్ అంటాం. ఓకేనా, ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కస్టమర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ అనేవి పద్దాకా చేంజ్ అవుతా ఉంటాయి. నాకు ఇలా కావాలి, నాకు ఈ సైట్ ఇలానే ఉండాలి, నాకు ఫ్లిప్కార్ట్ సైట్ నాకు ఈ విష్ లిస్ట్ అన్ని నాకు ఇలా ఉండాలి. ఇలా కస్టమర్ అనేవాడు కొన్ని సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ కోసం రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ అనేవి చేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాడు. ఓకేనా, సో ఈ అదే మనకు వాటర్ ఫాల్ మోడల్లో ఉందనుకో, వాటర్ ఫాల్ మోడల్లో మనం చెక్ చేసుకుంటే వాటర్ ఫాల్ మోడల్లో ఇన్ ద మిడిల్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రాజెక్ట్, ఏదైతే మనకు ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసాక మధ్యలో మనం ఏదైనా చేంజ్ చేయాలంటే మళ్ళీ ఫస్ట్ కాడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి వాటర్ ఫాల్ మోడల్. Okay, so if you change any requirements in the middle of the project, we can start from the, okay, we can start again from start. Okay, but here in Agile Scrum model, changings are possible here in the middle of the project also. The changes are possible. Okay, so there are 4 types. You see this one: epic, sprint, okay, product backlog, and last one is what? User stories. So epic means what? Epic is a large number of requirements, like huge requirements. Okay, sprint is what? Time period is. Time period అంటే ఏం లేదు. ఇక్కడ మనకి ఒక 1 month మనం తీసుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎవ్రీ మంత్ కి 30 days. సో 30 days కి ఎన్ని వీక్స్ వస్తాయి మనకి? 4 weeks వస్తాయి. సో ఈచ్ 4 weeks ని మనం 2 weeks గా స్ప్లిట్ చేసుకోవాలి. సో స్ప్లిట్ ఇంటూ ఎవ్రీ 2 weeks. సో ఒక మంత్ కి ఎన్ని స్ప్రింట్స్ వస్తాయి? అప్పుడు 2 sprints వస్తాయి. ఓకే, స్ప్రింట్ 1 అనేది 1st నుంచి 15th వరకు జరుగుతుంది. స్ప్రింట్ 2 అనేది 2 నుంచి 15 నుంచి 30th వరకు జరుగుతుంది. సో ఎవ్రీ స్ప్రింట్ కెన్ బి డివైడెడ్ ఇంటూ every month can be divided into 2 sprints here. Okay, 4 weeks is that sprint time period. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ ప్రోడక్ట్ బ్యాక్లాగ్ కంటైన్స్ వాట్? యూజర్ స్టోరీస్. సో ఇక్కడ ఈ ప్రోడక్ట్ బ్యాక్లాగ్ లో ఏదైతే ఉందో మనకి యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ అనేవి ఒక ఆర్డర్ లో ఉండవు. ఓకే, మన దానికి ప్రయారిటీ ఏముండదు. అంటే ప్రయారిటీ ఏముండదు అంటే నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఈ యూజర్ స్టోరీ నెంబర్స్ యూజర్ స్టోరీ 21, యూజర్ స్టోరీ 41 ఉన్నాయి. సో ఏది ఫస్ట్? మనకి 21 ఫస్ట్, 41 అనేది లాస్ట్. బట్ ఇక్కడ ప్రయారిటీ అనేది ఏముండదు. 41 కూడా ఫస్ట్ రావచ్చు, ఫస్ట్ డిస్ప్లే అవ్వచ్చు, ఫస్ట్ వర్క్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ప్రొడక్ట్ బ్యాక్లాగ్. ప్రొడక్ట్ బ్యాక్లాగ్ మీన్స్ what contains user stories not in the order, not in the priority. Okay, so user stories means what? User stories contains the customer requirements, acceptance criteria, expected results. అవన్నీ మ్యాచ్ అవ్వాలి మీకు. మీరు ఏదైతే ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు, మీరు జీమెయిల్ ఓపెన్ చేస్తే మీకు ఇన్బాక్స్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఇన్బాక్సే ఓపెన్ అవ్వాలి. ఇన్బాక్స్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే కంపోజ్ బాక్స్ ఓపెన్ అయింది అనుకో, మీకు అది సాటిస్ఫైడా? లేదు. అలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్ లో టెస్ట్ కేస్ అనేది ఫెయిల్ అయినట్టు. సో అలా ఫెయిల్ అయితే గనక సో అది మనకి రాంగ్. ఓకే, సో యూజర్ స్టోరీస్ ఎప్పుడు యాక్సెప్ట్ గా పాస్ అవ్వాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ యాక్సెప్టెన్స్ క్రైటీరియా. ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్. సో యూజర్ స్టోరీ రీచ్ అవర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్, క్లయింట్ ఎక్స్పెక్టేషన్స్. సో ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ రిజల్ట్స్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు యాక్చువల్ రిజల్ట్స్, then the test case is passed in these situations. Okay, so what is user story from IRCTC? You can take this one. So IRCTC page. Okay, so if you launch the IRCTC page, okay, if you launch the IRCTC browser, సో తెలుగులో చెప్పేది, మీరు ఒక ఐఆర్సిటిసి పేజ్ అనేది ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఫస్ట్ మీరు దాన్ని లాంచ్ చేసిన తర్వాత మీకు ఏమొస్తుంది? క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు హోమ్ పేజ్ వస్తుంది. సో హోమ్ పేజ్ లో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ లింక్స్ ఉంటాయి. మీకు యూజర్ నేమ్ లింక్ ఉండొచ్చు, లేదంటే ఇంకా బుకింగ్ సెక్షన్స్ కానీ ట్రావెలింగ్ సెక్షన్స్ ఇలా నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, దాంట్లో యూజర్ అనేవాడు క్లిక్ చేస్తే ఏదైతే లింక్ క్లిక్ చేస్తాడో అది ఆ లాగిన్ పేజ్కి వెళ్ళాలి. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ లింక్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ లింక్కే వెళ్ళాలి, రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ పేజ్కే వెళ్ళాలి. మీరు లాగిన్ బటన్ క్లిక్ చేస్తే రిజిస్ట్రేషన్కి వెళ్ళింది అనుకోండి, మరి అది రాంగ్ కదా. మనకు ఇప్పుడు లాగిన్ అయ్యేటప్పుడు మీకు ఆల్రెడీ క్రెడెన్షియల్స్ ఉంటే మీకు లాగిన్ అవ్వచ్చు, లేకపోతే మీరు రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలి. ఓకే, 2 ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఇప్పుడు లాగిన్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ ఇస్తే అది రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలంటే అవ్వదు కదా. సో రెండు డిఫరెంట్ కదా. సో దట్స్ వై see here it is what from IRCTC requirements of launching the application. User can get what? Home page contains what? So many links. So in that links user can click on home page, user can click on login page, it is navigate to okay login page. So user click on registration page, so it is navigate to registration page. Okay, so that's why in this page username field should contain what? Minimum 3 to 35 characters long. Username contains 35 characters long. In between 3 to 35. Before 3, after 36, it is not accepted. Only 3 to 35 characters long is only accepted here. Okay, so see here. So Jan 1 to Jan 15. This is what? This is one sprint. So that is a sprint number 25.01. So like that, every 15 days having one sprint. So 1 month having 2 sprints. Okay, so sprint is a time period. So time period is what? 2 to 4 weeks. Are you understood? So next, see this one, user story. From IRCTC requirement, if user click on what? Registration link. So it is navigate to what? Registration page. So registration page contains what? Username, password and mobile number. Okay, so as per the IRCTC requirements, user page should contain what? 3 to 35 characters long. Password should contains what? 8 to 15 characters long. Okay, so it is a acceptance criteria. So in between 3 to 35 username, so in between 8 to 15 password, only the criteria is accepted, otherwise it is failed here. Okay, so not if you follow, this is what? This is a Agile Scrum model. Okay, so if you follow V model, so user story is available in where? Which location? User story is available in SRS document location in V model. Okay, so see this one, this is one sprint here. Okay, this sprint contains what? One user story, one developer, one tester. So time is what? 15 days, 15 to 31. See this one here, user story 2 is what? Developer 2, tester 2. User story 3 means developer 1, tester 1. User story 4 means developer 2, tester 2. See here, 4 sprints are complete or not? See this one, this is one sprint, this is one sprint, this is one sprint, this is one sprint. 1 month contains how many sprints? Only 4 sprints. Only sprint, only 1 month. Okay, 1 month contains only 2 sprints. So every 15 days we can develop one sprint here. Okay, That is one. See this one. So after sprint is completed. After see this one. So user story 5 means this next move to next sprint. This is called what spillover. Okay, spillover. This is called what spillover. See this one. 15 days completed after user stories. Okay, preparing user stories all are completed. So 15 to 16 what developer 1 and developer 2 start the development of the user story 1 and user story 2 document. Okay, and tester 1 and tester 2 study the user stories. Okay, understand the user stories and what next what. So if any doubts, clarify the doubts from user stories. Okay, and prepare the test cases, test scenarios and test data. This is the process. Okay, after 17 to 18 what 17th day and 18th day. So developer 1 and developer 2 track the another user story to develop the tester 1 and test 2 executing the user story. See this one 17 to 18 developer 1 developer 2 take another user story to develop and tester 1 and tester 2 execute the user story 1 and user story 2. Okay, so see this one sprint time period. So what is the time period of the sprint? 2 to 4 weeks. See this one, these three are the roles in Agile Scrum model. These three are the roles in Agile Scrum model. Okay, first role is what product owner PO. Next one is what Scrum Master SM. Next one Scrum team members ST. See this one. Product, who is the product owner? This role represents the client and business. This role represents the client and business. They own the backlog and prioritize the item. Prioritize items means what user stories to be worked for every before sprint. Okay, see this one. This product backlog contains what so many user stories. In that user stories are not in the order. See here. So they are not in the order. Why means 1501? This is what 1291. These are correct in the order? No. These user stories are not in the order. So no priority. That is called what product backlog. So it is contains the order. So they are the user stories are the user stories in the correct order. That is called as what sprint backlog. Are you understood? So in that product backlog, the user stories are not in the order, not in the priority. Okay. So see this one. Who is the product owner? Product owner is the owner of the product backlog items. So what is the product backlog items contains what? Product backlog items contains user stories, but not in the order, not in the priority. Okay. Next, Scrum Master. This is responsible for. Okay. This is responsible for ensuring the team has everything they need to deliver the value. See here. This person is the responsible for everything. This person is responsible for ensuring the team has everything they need to deliver the value. See here, Scrum Master is the impediment remover. Scrum Master is going to take the project status from the Scrum team members. So daily startup meetings. See this one. In the Agile Scrum model, main meetings are scheduled by whom? Scrum Master. Okay, they set up the meetings and communicate progress and backlogs, blockers. See this one, Scrum Master. So what is Scrum Master here? Scrum Master role here. This person is responsible for everything. The team has to. Okay, the team has everything. They need to deliver the value. The team has everything. They need to deliver the value here. So this is what Scrum Master is a coach, Scrum Master is a counselor, he is a advocator, and he is what impediment remover, blocker, and facilitator and mediator. Okay, all rolled into one here. Okay, in Agile Scrum model, in Agile, they set up the meetings and communicate the process and backlog, communicate the process and blockers. So see here, they set up what meetings and communicate the process and blockers. So in Agile model, main meetings are scheduled by the Scrum Master. So Scrum Master is the impediment remover. Scrum Master is going to take the project status by Scrum team members, from the Scrum team members. Who is the Scrum team members here? So development team and testing team comes under Scrum team members. See this one, HCL Tech is asking this question. This is a group of cross-functional team members. They all are focused in delivery of working of a software. This is a group of cross-functional team members. This is a group of cross-functional team members. All are focused on the delivery of working of a software. So developers and designers and QA and other technical roles must collaborate with the actual development of a product. See this one. This is a group of what 5 to 9 members. So people are fully dedicated to one Scrum team. See this one. So in that each group contains what three developers, three testers, one scrum master, one product owner, one product manager. Okay, and next one is one business analyst. Total 10 people. Okay, this is one question. So may I know your team size? Okay, if interview are asking like this, may I know your team size? Okay, my team size is 10. So my team is involved what? Three developers, okay, and three testers, one scrum master, one product manager, okay, one PO product owner, one business analyst. These all are comes under one team. Okay, so this next topic is what? The stand up missing sprint reviews. Okay, so this is all are we will discuss in next class. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you.